Okay, greetings and welcome to this short video on how to create a page using syntax text in the LocalBiz Vortex website builder, and we're going to work on this FAQ page here, which is just an auto-generated page from the one-click installer built into LocalBiz Vortex. And what you can do with this page and other pages that are created automatically via the one-click installer, you can take the text, which is basically just Lorem Ipsum dummy text, and replace it paragraph by paragraph and replace the images. That's one way of doing it, but today I'm going to start from scratch. The page has been created, that's fine. So we're going to go into the WP admin panel and find the FAQ page, which is here, and this has been created just using the normal editor, so there's nothing in the syntax editor down the bottom here, but that's where we're going to put our new text, our new content, and spin it. So the first thing we're going to do is go to HTML view, we're going to select all, and we're going to delete, because we would like to start with a clean slate. And we'll just go to HTML mode here. And here is the syntaxed text, which was created earlier, previously, using the best spinner. So one thing to be clear about is that the proprietary syntax spinner in LocalBiz Vortex does not actually take an article and spin the text for you. It doesn't create the syntaxed content. What it does is it takes that syntax content that's been created and then spins it within the actual editor itself. Okay, so we use the best spinner to create this. It's not a perfect example, but we've been over it quite a few times, and it spins pretty well. So we're pretty happy with that, and we're going to select all of that, and we're going to right click and we're going to copy. Okay, and we're in the syntax spinner, so we're going to paste in here. Okay, so that syntax text is dropped into place in the syntax editor, but what we've got to do is to take all of that text, and you only have to do this once when you first set this up. You basically take the same content, exactly the same, in HTML mode. And of course there's nothing in the main page editor because we deleted that earlier, and you have to place exactly the same text in there, the same syntaxed text in there. And what happens is, the way that the syntax spin editor, the spinner itself, works is that it basically looks at both editors, and it spins one of them and replaces the main editor with the spun text. So without going into technical explanations, that's what it does. The title, we're not going to spin the title, and we'll just rename that FAQ. Okay, so that's fine. FAQ, we might as well put this in down here as well. FAQ, that's why that was missing before. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now we're ready to spin. Okay, we'll come back and do a little bit of editing on that later, but let's spin it. And if this dialog box comes up saying the page is asking you to confirm that you want to leave, sometimes it'll turn up, sometimes it won't. Just say yes, leave the page, and that's spinning away now in the background, and you'll see in a moment this will change from syntaxed text to normal text. Okay, and that's done. So now we've got the spun text, and as you can see, there is no there's no formatting being done there at all. We're going to go back and do that shortly. And let's just update the page here and go to the front end and have a look at how that looks. Okay, so we go to the front end here, and okay, so there it is. We've got our questions, which we want to put in bold print there, asking the questions, and then the answers underneath. And then we've got this unordered list here, which is just a series of hyphens instead of the little dots, the bullet points. And I'll show you how we can fix that as well. Okay, so back in the WP admin panel, the page editor. We're just going to, we're in the top editor there. What we're going to do is go to the bottom editor, the one that we want to spin from. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the question, and we are going to bold that. And moving down to the next question, is it really necessary for roof maintenance upkeep? Okay, so that's going to be bolded. And the next question, what type of expenses, is going to be bolded. And the next question here, okay, and this is where the bullet points are. And what we can do here with this, I'll just show you, is we just completely select that full block there, and we'll just hit the bullet list here, and that will get that. And there it is, formatted into bullet points. So what we're going to do is, you could leave those little hyphens there, but we'll just erase them so that it looks like it's formatted better. Fixing, and remove that one down here. I just think it'll look a little bit neater, that's all. So every time this spins, it will spin that text within the bullet points. Okay, so next question is, how can we be sure, blah blah blah. Now this has also got like a series of answers, like references is one, experience, but instead of using the bullet points, we might just leave those hyphens there and we'll bold. Okay, so you can kind of get creative with this, and you know, you could have them in different colors too, you could have them different font, whatever you want to do. Anything that you would normally do in the WordPress page editor, you can do with this, and it will get transferred across once the page is spun. So we've got all that happening there. Is it possible to get a roofing maintenance agreement? That's another question. Okay, so that's all good. Okay, so what we're going to do now, you don't have to save the page, but we do have to spin it. Okay, while we're here, we'll just disallow that. So we're going to spin that and have a look now what happens in the main editor. And here we go, and you can see, okay, everything's all nice, and there's our bullet points. Okay, and that's looking pretty good. Okay, so we can come back and fine tune it and check the words and the grammar and everything else a little bit later on, which I highly recommend you do. But for the time being, we'll just update, and we shall go back to the front end, and we shall refresh the page and just see how that is looking. Okay, and there it is. Let's just have a look. Yep, we've got our main questions in the bold print, and moving down here we've got the bullet points there, and then the second lot of batch answers we've got highlighted or featured in the bold first word or title. So that's all looking pretty good. Now something else that we can do here, you'll notice, I mean, that looks okay, but I kind of like to tidy up the edges here on this right hand side here by using the justify text in the editor. So what we are going to do is go back into the back end there, and we go back to, we'll spin this again. We're going to go back in the back end there, and we're going to take this text. We can actually take all the text, the whole page. Okay, so we've just highlighted the lot of it, including the questions, and I'm looking for this symbol here, the even text. So we're going to just align full. Okay, so we're going to justify align the text, and you'll see it's all nicely squared off. Okay, and I just think that that looks better in the actual page itself when it's presented, but you might choose otherwise, but that's what you do. So okay, we're going to spin again, and we're going to go back and have another look. Okay, so that's spinning again now, and there it is. Looks pretty well. Okay, so we're going to refresh, hit the FAQ button again, and there it is. It's all nicely justified, looks nice and neat. So that's not bad for spun text. We would need to go through and fine-tune it, which we'll do a little bit later on as far as grammar and everything is concerned, but it's pretty it's starting to look pretty good. Now of course we need to drop some images in there, and we're going to do that now. So the idea with this is that we want to be setting up the formatting in the syntax spinner, so that if we have got this set to spin on random, or we want to respin at any time, we can just hit that spin now, or schedule a spin, and we know it's going to spin with all the formatting in place that we put into place in the first place, and we're not going to lose anything. So that's the main idea. Okay, so